Why don't you cover your little face up? Do what you're told, I'll mess you up. Why don't your uniforms match my rules? Here, take this red cup for you.
Do want to?
Grab your mask and pull it up.
Do want to?
Do what you're told, I'll mess you up.
Do want to?
Why don't your uniform match my rules?
Do want to?
I don't think you trust. A self-righteous rule mandates. I cry when officials turn to life. Mask up! Why don't you cover your little face up? Do what you're told, I'll mess you up. Why don't your uniform match my rules? Here, take this rank up for you.
Do want to?
Grab your mask and pull it up.
Do want to?
Do what you're told, I'll mess you up.
Do want to?
Why don't your uniform match my rules?
Do want to?
I don't think you trust. A self-righteous rule mandates. I cry when officials turn to lies. Self-righteous rule mandates. I cry when officials turn to lies.
Referee with your red, why have you forsaken me? In your lies, forsaken me. In your red, forsaken me. In your lies, forsaken me. Oh, trust AI,
a self-righteous rule mandate.
I cry when officials turn to lies.
AI, a self-righteous rule mandate. I cry when officials turn to lies.
Sorry, we didn't have sound for a second.
Oh.
Don't know why, but we're on now.
Oh, great. I hope you guys like that.
Fantastic start.
I hope you guys like that first music video. It was legit. Did I say legit? Legit.
Yeah.
Thanks to IT Ryan and her creativity. Now, I must say, this isn't the official video. This is the first. That was a one-taker video.
It was a 20 taker, but we only used one of them.
Yeah. And we didn't have time because we promised to get it out. But the official video we'll put on YouTube next week when Ryan finishes all the edits. She didn't have time to do that. I had to steamroll her a little bit and say, we got to do this so we can do our pre-show and all that. And
as for that video, I only take credit for making my father sound like he can sing.
Yes. That was amazing because if you actually saw the actual video, what is that noise?
That's my pants. Remember this morning I told you I had the loudest pants in the world?
Well, mute yourself when that
I'm wearing
happens.
those pants.
Oh, that's like from Seinfeld, the swishy pants from George Costanza. Anyways, Keatley joins us today. She had an eyewitness to the crazy from what I went through, what Keatley went through, that a lot of people went through last week. How are you doing, Keatley?
I'm so excited.
Oh, good. Now, the goal is not to attack anybody
No.
fully. We want to attack policy and AIA because they're big and it seems like someone we want to take down. Sure. I don't know. Last week I canceled the podcast because I didn't want to. I want to make sure I was in less emotional and well, I had to fix the overlay there. So I want to be less emotional before I went out, and I really wanted to process what happened in my brain, Keatley's brain, everything. I just don't want to like go 2 days later and talk about it live. But anyways, it didn't help. I'm still PO'd and I'm probably going to lose my mind. Anyways, but today we're going to cover AIA's #1 horrible policy that gives officials ability to screw it up based on an emotional response of unsportsmanlike conduct or taunting, which is a straight ejection apparently. And I should have known. I don't know what taunting is to every degree. You can point to the sky and point to God, and that's taunting, and you're going to be injected, and I'll prove that later in this this show, but be sure to tune in, and you'll see all that. We'll also talk about science. We're going to talk about the brain shift by Dr. Robert Pearl, who is currently a professor in the Stanford Graduate Schools of Business and Medicine, and he's going to cover why officials and AIA continue to do stupid things and how there's a brain shift that allows them to keep doing it. And I'm excited about exposing what's going on through science because we all believe in science. And we'll have videos of officials losing their forever loving mind with bad calls. The question is, have you been taunted or have you been ejected for taunting? How have you dealt with it? Are you okay? What is taunting? Please comment and let us know. That's going to help a lot of things. And if you truly want to support this podcast, go to YouTube. Watch it on YouTube. Comment there as much as you can. If you want to stay on Facebook, Twitter, or wherever else we're at, great. I appreciate that. But I have to pause for a 30-second commercial for 3v3 Rock and Roll, which is coming up soon. So this is our 14th year of conducting this tournament. This year we'll be back at Fear Farm, and that's where it started. That was the first year I ran this tournament. This event, games will be beginning around 8 a.m., finish about 1 p.m. We get in, get out. All schedules will be imported into GOT Soccer, posted via email. Rules and regulations, I'll send email once you register. Cost for the tournament is $150 per team. Multi-team discounts are $25 off the The second team that registered, $50 off the third team. All proceeds go into the MCCCD Foundation. It's a 501c3 to raise money towards scholarships for DACA and undocumented students at Phoenix College. That's where the money is going. Support this great cause. We've raised over $50,000 into scholarships at Phoenix College for that. This isn't a Phoenix College event because we can't host it on site, and it's going to actually be held at Fair Farm under the AYSA, a soccer club in AYSA, AZFC Select. They're going to actually be the host, but all the money is going to the Dreamers and undocumented students at Phoenix College that we're working so hard to do. If you want more information, email me at this podcast or 3v3rockandroll@gmail.com. Would love to have you in that tournament, which is coming up soon. So last week I had a high school playoff game. We're up 3-0, and with 30 seconds left in the game, this happens. I mean, what's up with the fist bump? Ryan, can you show that video again and just show the fist bump? Not.
Yeah, I didn't see it in there.
Oh. Yeah, there was a fist bump before. It's hard to see. So
Yeah.
we're going to watch this video again for the ones that can't see, because I didn't see it the first time either. Watch the referee fist bump the girl who's going to be taking the dive. It happens in the very beginning. So play that again one more time of the fist bump with the official to the dive. All right. So
Yeah, it's just very small.
yeah, so there's a fist bump. I don't get it. And the dive is suspect, but it was a truly dive. It wasn't real. It wasn't a real fall like this fall. That was sad.
That was 3 dives.
3 dives, and they were real. Those were real. Is it okay to help our president walk upstairs? I mean, why do we have to? Oh, he has to be powerful. He's flipping 90 or whatever he is.
He still has his pride.
Not anymore. It's gone. But it was not an easy call like Joe Biden falling down. That's an easy call. But the girl from Arcadia that fell, that was a clear dive. Very good. And, I always tell the girls at Millennium, just fall down. You might get a call. But back to the fist bump. What the flip was that? What kind of relationship was developed during the game that sparked this fist bump during COVID? So one would think they had a conversation like, hey, Mr. Referee, we're down 3-0. We're going to lose. If we get a corner kick, I might draw a foul and then get a goal and help me with my stats and everything. So the referee would say, oh, sure, no problem. I'll take care of it. So one would think something like that happened. I'm not sure if that happened. I'm just guessing. Now, let's just put that to the side. And I don't care about the PK. Judgment call, sure. Fist bump before the call, suspicious. Fist bump from a referee who has been blowing his whistle for 80 minutes without washing his hands, followed by a fist bump, kind of gross. And frankly, kind of disgusting. So I would not fist bump or shake his hands.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands.
No, handshake, whatever. Don't have a relationship with players during the game. Just do your job. Where was the? I'm buffering out. I can't see the thing. It's not you, Ryan. It's me and this horrible buffering system I have. So I have to go back to this slide. My screens are buffering out, which is unfortunate. So I'm just confused by the referee and the relationship that was developed, and more confused, why would you fist bump during COVID? You're blowing the dang whistle nonstop all day long for 80 minutes and if you're spreading your COVID everywhere, and then you're going to go fist bump these poor girls, these poor student athletes of AIA. Disgusting. And that referee should be checked for COVID because he might have spread it to everybody with his happy whistle and his fist bumping. Anyways, so let's be done with that. Spreading COVID's happening. Fist bump, very freaking weird. The PK followed by the goalkeeper getting the red. Let's go ahead and show that video, Ryan. Video 3, I think it is. I can't even see the video, but
You're here.
I'm here. So
Yeah.
I don't know. So
All right, we're seeing the PK now.
we're seeing the PK. So watch this important part.
He's walking away. He's walking away. Wait a minute. I'm offended. Red card. Nope, yellow.
Now this video 3.
Red card. Now it's red card.
Okay. Red card as Anne-Marie's running off.
No, that was the
back
yellow.
turned.
That's the red. He shows her the yellow.
Yellow
first.
and red.
Yeah, he changes it to red as she's leaving.
The interesting point is that he was like far away. Anne-Marie's looking in the net, and suddenly he just turns 180. He's like, I'm going to go get her and give her red. And I noticed that there's something wrong with the referee. And the thing is, I'm not about winning. And, I don't focus on that. I don't say a word. But when the girls are getting beat up or anything, it becomes dangerous. I might comment because then it's about safety. But I was noticing this official just getting more aggressive with his no calls, and you could see bad things happening. So I'm subbing everyone off. Just get everyone off, rotate it out just for their safety. And I didn't think about our goalkeeper. And I scream at Anne-Marie, run! Just run away from him. Don't even look at him. Like, you could tell in his eyes and his demeanor that you were going to pay a price. He was having a brain shift, which we'll talk about later in the science, because we believe in science, right? It's not Dr. Fauci science, but it's legit science. But that's not all. It just frustrates me to no end. So we are done with the red card. So we're pondering, what are we going to do in next practice? Who's going to play goalkeeper because we don't have a replacement? What are we going to do? But then the official comes back where he decides to rescind the red card, and I got video of that too.
So I called the area guy. I'm changing it. I'm not putting a red card on your player. I'm only going to get, that's only the caution. So I want.
He came back and he just said, I'm going to rescind the red card, basically. So we're like, okay, we're good. But then
3 days later.
AIA on Friday during practice saying our goalkeeper received a red card because the referee submitted it. After all, no warning, no nothing, submitted the red card, and we're done. She can't play. So we were not cool about it. We want to appeal because there's an appeal process, and AIA says, oh no, you missed a 24-hour window. What do you mean 24-hour window? She didn't get a red card. Well, we should have checked. What do you mean checked? It was just so crazy. So we went and appealed anyways. We showed video and all that stuff. But dealing with AIA is like dealing with the soup Nazi from Seinfeld.
Yes, please.
$3. What? No soup for you.
So waiting to hear back from AIA. And of course, we did not. It's just random, like the soup Nazi. It's like $3, $4, 24 hours. She got red. No, she didn't get red. It doesn't matter. You're punished. No soup for you. No soccer for you because we're all powerful AIA. And of course, this causes a complete wrench into everything we're doing. So we don't tell the girls because we don't know exactly what's going on. We let them know Saturday morning before we're getting on the bus because I wanted them to be able to sleep. We let Anne-Marie know that evening, but we kept it quiet because we don't want to mess them up because we're going to go play Campo Verde, who won the state title. Congratulations, Campo Verde and Drew Granari. They won, but it wasn't a legit state championship because you did not play Millennium at full strength either time. The first time we lost 1-0, we had no goalie because Anne-Marie was injured. And this one, AIA decided we're gonna mess another student athlete up by these weird rules that they create. So we trained 2 girls before the goal, in goal during a warm up, and made a decision right before game time who's going to play. How big of a blow that was? Yeah, it was pretty big, especially since our goalkeeper hasn't lost a game all season. No losses. So it changes everything. Our girls didn't know how to really attack, how to defend, because shots are going to go in because we have a keeper in the goal that's never played goalie before. It was just so random. And what's frustrating is during COVID, during this craziness in our lives, we just want normalcy, and we get an official led by AIA to create this brain shift of we're going to mess you up. And we appreciate that. The only time AIA does anything really to do what is right and make changes is pressure from the media. Now, I'm not the only one seeing this abuse of power officials and bad AIA policy. Every sport is experiencing. Are you experiencing bad things? Comment if you play in another sport or you experience nutty behavior by referees or officials or dealt with craziness of AIA. Please comment. Let us know.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm blanking, but did you ever mention why the ref said she got red carded?
The ref, because he had a brain shift and he went nuts. No, we didn't want to talk to him about it. Oh, so when he actually brought me in, because he does, all referees are supposed to tell you, he went and said, she said scoreboard. I went up to the official thinking she said F-bomb or something, and he says, she said scoreboard. And I just went like this over my mask, and I just walked away because I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to, because I knew the referee has lost his mind, so I didn't want to get him all fired up. And the referee, I don't even know who he is, but he always calls me by name. Hey, Dave. I'm like, I'm coach, you're ref. Just be ref. I don't even know who you are. I get you know me, whatever. I don't ever remember going out to dinner or having a beer with him, mainly because I don't drink. But what the heck? Don't call me by name. Just be referee. That's it. Hey, coach, be professional. No fist bump, please. Disgusting. In football, a football player high steps into the end zone and was ejected for taunting. Play the video, Ryan.
Catch by number 2. And even more wild for the touchdown. But the officials, not wild about it at all.
I don't think it was taunting, but I'm not an official.
Peoria High football coach Will Babb now forced to bench senior varsity star Cameron Torres for their homecoming game this week after officials gave him a penalty for unsportsmanlike behavior last Friday, saying his high knee run into the end zone was taunting toward the other team.
That was the video?
Yeah.
You're joking.
No, it gets worse. And stay here. I got crazier stuff for you, like the hand of God. No soup for you. You're gone. You're suspended from that game and the next game because we are AIA. We don't support God. Apparently. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I don't know. Too much control, I would say. How else are you supposed to get into the end zone, Keeley? Butt kickers? While someone's diving at your ankles? Aren't coaches teaching technique of driving your knees up in drills? Now, coaches have to come up with a different proper technique to avoid using good technique just in case the officials go absolutely crazy. Hey, if the referees are going nuts and they're making weird calls, no more high knees to avoid people trying to sweep at your ankles. We have to change it. It's very difficult for a coach these days. And once again, for me, it's not about winning. I don't talk about winning. It's about safety and for the well-being of the student athletes I work with. That is it. I used to be in that job, and I get that, and I should be punished for it. And I'm doing my own apology tour to be punished because I'll bring in past players to apologize for how horrible I was. I get it. But I found God, not the AIA God where you get banned, but I found God where I just want to be caring, loving, and yeah, don't worry about Jack. Jack's above us. We're missing half our ceiling so you can hear. So if you hear things, it's just Jack doing his thing, and he might throw a fit and kick the freaking roof down. Anyways, it's a problem. I don't care about winning. I care about student athletes having a positive experience, not focusing on winning, even though that's fun to do. We all want to win, but we don't need to talk about it and do all those things. But officials, AIA, we need to change the game that things can be fixed when there's a brain shift, which we'll talk about in the science of it from the doctor from Stanford, how bad decisions are made over and over again. I make them. Everyone makes them. The problem is AIA doesn't do anything to fix it. They just support it. AIA is quoted saying, "We'll never overrule an official and their judgment." Here's that quote in this video number 7.
Are asking how that was considered taunting. The state commissioner for officials for the AIA tells me he will never overrule an official and their judgment. And according to AIA bylaws, teams cannot appeal during regular season. Appeals are only considered during postseason play that could affect playoffs.
That's right. What if their judgment is bad? Like all the time bad? What if the official has the inability to make an appropriate decision because they dislike a certain coach, athlete, or school? What if they have Alzheimer's or dementia? Still okay with their judgment? And of course, I'm kidding, but are we always going to just support nutty behavior? There's no other way to fix this. Now, I get you deal with a lot of coaches and ADs that are saying, that wasn't right, whatever, and I get it. But the few that don't behave stupidly shouldn't be punished. I'm just confused with the quote, AIA will never overrule an official and their judgment. Really? Even if they truly are going out of their way to influence a game, punishing kids for pointing to God, we cannot do it, which we'll show you the video later. And if you have a problem with AIA and these officials, if you're an official and you have a problem with some of the calls that are sometimes bad, because I officiate. Look, I officiate. We all make bad decisions, but wouldn't you want those bad decisions corrected just in case? I mean, when it not to a game, but more of taking a kid out for pointing to God. Wouldn't you want that to be able to be fixed right away versus national news and all that? So comment if you think there needs to be change, and how would you create the change? So do you know why AI behaves this way? It's because they think you're all cheaters and you need their complete oversight so you don't cheat or take advantage of, but they can take advantage of you. That is really what they think. I don't get it. There's a lot of horrible coaches and programs out there that ruin the sport that I love and, ruin sports in general. But I don't want to punish because a few misguided souls, or even if there's a ton of misguided souls out there. Don't punish the few to circumvent the amount of work that it takes to properly investigate these matters. You need to investigate some of them. I get not all of them, but there has to be a better way. If the officials know that they won't get punished or have their calls overturned, they become godly, all-powerful. Not this God, because you'll be ejected, but they become powerful. Do you think referees need more or less power? Please comment below and let me know. I would appreciate that. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want content like this. You can also do hit the notification bell, and it goes ding, 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 and lets you know when the crazy Coach Cameron's coming on, even though we're on every Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Would love to have. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to let the Hodges know, Darian Hodges' dad.
Oh, right.
For the band, Guitar Hero band and stuff. Thank you.
For lending us
Anthony.
your equipment. Yes.
Anthony Hodges, thank you so much for letting us use your expensive drums and guitar. But they
thank the Connors too.
And the Connors. We had help from everywhere, from Tempe down the road. Thank you for helping that. We forgot. And also, Keatley, Kazuhata, Phoenix College alumni, scored a penalty kick goal tonight to help his school win Division II in Tennessee, Christian Brothers University. And Jason Arroyo, who's at Fort Lewis started for Fort Lewis at center back and tore it up. I got a call from that. And Grand Canyon University's undefeated, 5-0 or 6-0, best start in history with two
That's
of our
amazing.
players.
That's amazing.
Ariel Aguas and Reynaldo Gayton. Phoenix College just produces. That's what we do. Produce amazing athletes. And by the way, Phoenix College is stacked. Stacked. They're playing Snow College this upcoming Saturday, 4 o'clock. We may live stream it. I might live stream it and coach at the same time. I can do that. I will do that. I'll find a way. So another timing call gone bad, which we'll cover in this podcast later on, when Pedro Banda, a football player for Dysart, he was ejected during the fourth quarter of a football game for pointing to the sky. I keep talking about it because it's the God show. We will talk about that later, so please comment, of course, if you have thoughts on that. Okay, let's breathe a little bit. Keatley, what is up? What do you think about these silly rules? You actually have a screenshot of the policy that needs to be changed. And please stay with us because we have science proving when AIA administrators do stupid things, and we all do, but they need to understand the science behind it, and officials when they make decisions based on emotions and anxiety that cause you to do stupid things. We get it. It's better to understand, so I understand, so I'm not so critical of these officials. But anyways.
Some of it's so interesting, though. Like, do you remember, I can't remember which game it was, but Steve was with me. And so the girls always do this tape band that says 11 is 1. Sometimes they'll put a family member or something on it for who they're going to play for that game. The referee comes up to me and is like, what does that mean? And I'm thinking he's being genuine, like, what's 11 is 1 mean? And I'm like, oh, so I started explaining it. He cuts me off mid-sentence and goes, well, they can't wear that. And they can't wear a tape band. And he goes, yeah, if a little piece of it comes off, it could get stuck to someone's eye and then it can pull. And I'm looking at this guy like, just this, what are you talking about?
And I don't totally disagree with that referee because I'm all about safety.
Right.
So don't fist bump. Disgusting. You're COVID everywhere. Here, hit my fist. What are you thinking? Referee. That's disgusting. Anyways, sorry. We'll get that real quick. But what about the sock roll? Like, they're so random. Like, oh, you can't wear that band around your socks because that's going to change the colors or whatever. And they're making us change. And then the other team.
Or the hair ribbons.
Oh, the hair ribbons.
The hair ribbons.
Some
you
can
can't
wear
have the hair
them.
ribbons.
Some can't. They have to be tucked in.
They're too long. It could fly into someone's eye. You don't want
whatever.
that.
Fine, do it. Just be consistent and kind of do it like when you're checking the net. Do it before the game. I mean, I don't even know how to answer the question when the referee comes to me and goes, are your kids properly addressed to AIA code? I don't even know. How many codes are there?
Which code?
Did you bring them with you? Freak. Don't fist bump me. 6 feet. Now they're saying 3 feet. Whatever. 6 feet.
Wasn't it 15?
3 feet.
10 feet. It's so kids can go in school because
Give me a 5.
whatever. Everyone has to feel safe that he needs some fake doctor to say 3 feet's okay now. I'm like, oh, okay, we're okay. No, you're not. Stay away from all people. Stay outdoors. You'll be okay. Read what it says right from. Where'd you get this? AIA.
It's the AIA officials handbook.
Yeah, what's it say?
If you Google it, it'll pop right up.
Yeah, Google.
But it says, the AIA ejection rule is a tool for officials to use to control sportsmanship. Every effort should be exercised prior to any ejection to keep the game under control. Not sure if scoreboard falls under that.
Control their sportsmanship. Control their religion. Control, their God. What if he's pointing, saying, thank you, Lucifer. Are you okay with that? Just not God? It doesn't matter. Any God. Lucifer can be your God. Allah can be your God. Anyone can be your God. Let everyone believe whatever they want.
How do we know he wasn't just pointing at a butterfly?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
That's what
butterfly.
That's what would happen. And we got that video for you shortly. But I don't know. It's nuts. Here's my problem with all of this. AIA is trusting our officials too much. They're giving them way too much power to influence the game. To give the officials the ability to manufacture in their brain any solution to the desired outcome that they want is too dangerous. Hopefully, there are AIA officials that are watching this podcast, which I know they are trying to understand what they're doing with these protocols from AIA is misguided. and wrong. And I'm not blaming the officials, except for fist bumping. Don't do that. It's just weird. Fist bump the girl you're going to give a penalty kick to. Weird. I just want to prove how wrong AIA is right now. So we're going to turn to the science because we all believe in science. Well, my science, not your science, but mine. There's an article titled The Science of Regrettable Decisions, written by Dr. Robert Pearl, who is currently a professor at Stanford Grad School of Business and Medicine. So he's a scientist in some aspect. This article starts talking about Lori Loughlin from Full House. For the ones that don't know, Lori Loughlin and her husband paid $500,000 bribe to get their daughters into USC as part of the crew team recruits. What were they thinking? We may never know. What was their perception at the time? Was this bad judgment? Should we let them get away with it? I don't know. AIA, was that bad judgment? Should we just, it's okay? I don't know. So here's the science. And forgive me, I want to read this part.
Hold on real quick.
Yes.
Was that you?
What?
Sorry, nothing. Denise just made a good point. She brought up how the ref didn't notice when the other team was calling the Millennium Girls the B word.
Oh, well, I could see how our girls can be like, I'm just kidding. No, but it doesn't matter, in my opinion.
Matters a little bit.
Well, you want to be consistent, but you're not going to get consistency. Just do what you see, do what you want to call it, but be consistent, but don't go overboard and try to punish a young girl that's in her senior year, last time playing soccer because she's going to play softball in college. Last game of soccer was a red card forever. So thank you, Mr. Referee. You've helped her remember that for a lifetime. Good job. But we can fix it with a brain shift and a change. So we should call this the Anne-Marie rule. Anne-Marie, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to get an army of people to go to AIA with the news crew and all that, because that's the only way you get them to change, and scare them to death with news and get them to change this horrible rule and change how their protocols are to at least avert situations that were wrong. This was wrong. Pointing at God was wrong. High stepping, when you're taught to high step to avoid people lunging at your feet, is wrong. That they need to be reviewed quickly before the media gets involved so they can fix those things. And we'll call it the Anne-Marie rule. Okay, now we have meaning. But I'm going to read this to you. In the scientific literature, George and I noticed an interesting pattern. Under the right circumstances, a subconscious neurobiological, you like this science words? Makes me sound smart. I wish I wrote it. Sequences in our brains causes us to perceive the world around us in a way that contradict objective reality. Did you hear that? They're doing studies to find out why people do stupid things. Distorting what we see and hear. This powerful shift in perception is unrelated to our intelligence, morals, or past behaviors. In fact, we don't even know it's happening, nor can we control it. George and I named this phenomenon brain shift and found that it happens in two distinct situations, those involving high anxiety, refs getting screamed at all day, and those associated with major reward. Under these conditions, all of us would do something just as regrettable as the headlining grabbing stories above. Contrary to what we tell ourselves, phrased differently, we don't consciously decide to act a fool. Rather, once our perception is distorted, we act in ways that seem reasonable to us but foolish to observers. That's what happened, Keeley. So am I mad at the referee? No, he had a brain shift because of stress and anxiety, which could have happened before he even got there. And, he was obviously having issues from what we heard, sped through the parking lot, both directions to come and let us know that he was going to take away the red, but secretly go behind the scenes and give the red. So that is just one thought based in science, and there's some more science coming your way. What are you doing, AIA? Is it possible that your brains are perceived this world in a distorted way? It might be possible that AIA has no idea what they're doing based on the science offered by Dr. Pearl. Is it possible that officials under stress and anxiety are having brain shifts of their own in a false sense of reality that blinds their ability to make proper decisions. Therefore, wouldn't it make sense to not give those who make proper decisions all the time to the ability to pull out of ejection pull out an ejection called taunting to do something stupid unknowingly? Here's more science for you. The Dateline experiment showed us the situation involving fear and reward can lead to poor snap judgments. But what would cause someone to stand by a foolish decision? So that's kind of what happened, Keely. The referee's like, red card. Oh, wait, no red card. Wait, I'm going to do something very stupid. I'm going to change that because apparently I should have gave a red card based on what I'm saying, even though it was wrong, even though I manufactured it, even though I fist bumped a girl, even though I kind of created that mess. I'm going to protect myself, and here it is. The science of behavioral economics tell us that after we've made a decision, even an illogical one, like giving a red, taking a red away, writing it up, not telling anybody, we tend to cling to it. That is, we filter out dissenting information. Why? Like, that was kind of stupid. Well, I'll filter it out so I can sleep at night while seeking data that confirms our original viewpoint. Psychologists call this anchoring. There's your science. In closing of this science, can we protect ourselves from this? Based on Dr. Pearl's research, the first big step towards avoiding the dangerous consequences of brain shifts is to be aware that we are all vulnerable regardless of our ethics, social status, or IQ in AIA. So AIA, be aware, regardless of how smart you think you are. Understand that you are doing it wrong. You're always doing it wrong. Just try to do it less wrong than yesterday. Can you do that? Or is that too much work? Because punishing young girls like Anne-Marie is okay. That's okay. We're not going to look at it. We're just going to let her deal with that the rest of her life and just say, you are a red card. Forever. That's your last memory in soccer is a red card. Good job. Stop waiting for the media or a podcast like mine, which is huge, by the way. I got like 45 live viewers right now, and there'll be over 200 by Tuesday, which is huge. That's all we ask. Just start fixing many horrible policies that you have set in place. Here's more proof of tendencies of human beings as officials. Overlay 6. This just came out of the news. The 2002 Olympic figure skating competition with French official was going to vote for the Russians no matter what. Trust officials. Remember Tim Donaghy, and he just had that tell-all book about officials with point shaving in the NBA? Remember that one? We can trust humans. No, we can't. So don't give them more power without checks and balances. Like video. Here's a video. Did that make sense? He pointed to God. Oh, yeah, let's wipe that out. I don't know what that official was doing. No, we're going to wait for a protocol. We're going to wait till the national media gets a hold of this because AIA hates God to a certain extent. So here's another AIA blunder. This is overlay 8, right? With the strange rules that create more confusion, Banda, a senior, was given an unsportsmanlike penalty and ejected from the game and in the following game to give thanks to God. Here's a video I've been waiting for on video 8. Fortunately, the AIA reversed its position and reinstated Banda, but this only happens because this made national news. Then they still took their sweet time to make their decision. Why not just look at the video? It's pretty easy to determine. It took 5 minutes. But no, AIA has silly procedures that take forever. This is by design because the system is broken. AIA, you're broken. So fix it. That's all we're going to do is fix it. Did we ever show the video of the hand of God?
We just did.
That was the hand of God? Oh, was that the Twitter?
It was. That is, that was
video. Yeah, okay, sorry. I don't know.
Was so
But one thing we haven't shown is our special guest.
Oh, special guest, Scary Doll. So, Scary
Sticking
Doll.
around from last week. Last week.
We're always going to have Scary Doll with us just in case things get scary. And they're getting scary. So I know Sasha Hunter's watching it, and he dealt with a very similar issue where he had a player get a yellow, and then a referee accidentally gave another yellow. but gave it to the wrong one. They showed video proof, and it was based on taunting. And then they showed it to get it fixed, and they were going to fix it. And they're like, well, it was that player? Okay, that player is ejected. He's out now. So they even retroactively go back in time and eject players. And that just happened like 3 weeks ago. Good job, AIA. You showed them. Good job. Anyways, AIA won't fix it, and it's a problem. So please comment about any thoughts that you might be having. But I'm done with that rant. Sorry, Keely. I had to go nuts with all this rant. So
Do you see Abe's comments though on YouTube?
no, I haven't seen anything yet. What comments do we have, Ryan, that's worth talking about?
Yeah, so I've been putting them up, but if we want to look, I assume you mean like Abraham Enriquez?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's Abe say? He's a referee.
So, yeah, he said
He's a good ref.
As a coach and referee, and also I have refed for the AIA in the past. I have noticed that the AIA, that's so hard to say, AIA, allows anyone to become a referee as long as they pay $80, no experience needed. Many high school referees are not qualified, and if they are qualified, they ref all the 6A boys games because those are more challenging, air quotes.
High ranking, too, I think.
And they don't care about soccer, and specifically girls soccer.
Yeah. Yeah, AIA definitely doesn't care about soccer. Case in point is every time I go to a meeting, I throw a fit about the facilities they give us for championship. Oh, we're gonna keep the championship games at Campo Verde. Why? It's free. They have a deal with Campo Verde that you keep the concession sales, and then they'll give the facility for free, and they have a great working relationship for them. That's dirty.
How convenient.
Centrally located, Grand Canyon University. They've wanted to use you guys, but you guys won't make that happen. They're like, I was talking to AIA, one of the people that were supposed to get on it because I always rip on AIA. Can we get a facility like Grand Canyon University where it's set up for TV and all that stuff? It's only a $12 million stadium that we'll be able to use. They're like, oh, no, we called Peter Draxon. I'm like, Peter Draxon's not the coach. I talked to Shellis.
Oh, no.
I talked to Shellis. And he said he would love to have him, but they won't talk to him. But they have volleyball there. They have basketball there, but not soccer. Yeah, do they not like soccer? No, they don't. So soccer, you need to rise up. Join me. Whether I have a job in AI or at high school next week or not, because I won't stop attacking AIA for stupidity. I won't stop fighting. I will do whatever it takes. Let's take back take the game. It's ours. We need games at the Rising Stadium. We need games at Grand Canyon University, Phoenix College. We'll give it to you. We need stadiums. We will fill it, not some high school stadium where you're looking into the sun. I mean, we go to...
That was the weirdest field, the East-West field. We've been to one this year.
Why?
So weird.
Why in heaven's name are you scheduling state championship games on fields that go east-west and scheduling games at 4 o'clock as the sun's setting? It doesn't happen to any other sport. It's stupid. Stupid. AIA doesn't care. They don't pay attention to these little things. AIA, step up, recognize your inadequacies, and fix them. Stop having the brain shift. I get that you're smart. You have intelligence. You're just not paying attention to every little detail. Sorry, Keely. What were we talking about? I don't know.
Abe's comments. Abe's comments.
Yeah. Any
He
more?
likes your hair.
My band hair?
Yeah,
Your
your band hair.
Yeah. And by the way, we're going to come up with...
Did it come back?
We're going to have more music videos for you. We're going to have to justify that $2,000 camera purchase. See, we're spending money on all the sponsorships.
I'm
we don't
spending
get.
money if Mother is watching.
Ryan's
I'm
spending the money.
spending money.
So, yeah, so we're taking this serious. And it's hot in this garage. And we're building a studio in Ryan's room.
Yeah, after this, I won't have one. So the flood destroyed my room first. The podcast destroys it second. It's okay, I'm going to GCU. Abe, Lopes up.
Lopes up.
Lopes up.
Woohoo!
Wait, is
How
that Lopes?
exciting.
Is that, or no,
Yeah,
that's
it has
I don't
the
know, I
face.
haven't
It
been
has
there.
the face.
Lopes
You have
up.
to put the face.
More comments?
What do you want to hear?
I don't know. I can't see
Darian
anything
Anthony Hodges says, no problem. So
Thank you, Anthony
you responded
Hodges.
to that. Sasha says, we have always done stupid things, Davey.
Yeah, Davey.
Precipitating factors cause the refs to make bad calls. Amen.
Careful. You say amen. It's like saying the F-bomb. Red card.
Red carded for next season.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So, and make sure if you've missed any part of this video, this is a legit video of science video. We got video of a football player pointing to God, getting ejected because that's how we roll in AIA. We get a football player ejected for high stepping, avoiding tackles. Red card, he high stepped it weird. Boom, gone. There's so many weird things that happen in AIA. It just needs to be fixed. And it's simple, in my opinion. Why can't AIA just take video and then make a phone call to the ref? Who's gonna, based on the science, brain shifts, they're gonna. Oh no, anchoring. They're going to support whatever the crazy they are. So really, you can't call the official. Just look at the video. Yeah, he pointed at God. What the freak? Or like, I don't know which one you said. What if it was a butterfly? Like, like that'd be me because I'm distractible. I got ADD and all that stuff. And I'd be like, oh, bird.
Was it
ejected?
Was it PC that we did ref evaluations?
I don't know. Evaluations for what?
Referees. I thought Chris always talked about it.
Well, speaking of referees,
I couldn't remember if it was here or where it was. But you had to turn in something after the game.
Oh,
like rate the referee or something.
Yeah, we used to do that for the ACCAC, but I never do it because I don't think it helps. I don't want referees reading what I say about them.
They read that?
Sure. I'm not documenting
Why would you
myself.
say?
I'm not going to document myself ever. But the 3v3 rock and roll that's coming up April 3rd. Is it April
3rd?
April 3rd, Saturday only. $150 for the first team. Second team gets $25 discount. You bring 3 from that same team, $50 off on the third team. So you could save $75 if you do the math, if my math is correct.
Few new comments here.
Well, I didn't finish my 3v3 rock and roll. Is it's not governed by AIA. So if a referee makes a bad call, come see me. I will make a decision. And might change that call just in spite of AIA and the brain shift that we might be having. I'll do that for you. What are the comments?
So Abraham wants to be on the podcast.
Yes,
He
Abe.
said next
In a
time
referee uniform.
he'll talk about AIA referees all day.
Sweet. Yeah, AIA referees. I got a million stories on that. I got to go. I can have this be a 5-hour show. I had a game in a tournament. The referee, who a lot of these AIA referees
Don't
in the West
forget we
Valley.
have more comments, though. Just keep that in mind.
Got it. In the West Valley, there's referees that only ref 3 months of the year. And you don't see him ever again. So this one referee has been doing it forever. He told me, he goes, there's a rule that people don't know about. I'm like, what rule is that? You can call timeout. You get one timeout per half.
I forgot about this.
And I'm like, you get a timeout per half? He goes, yeah, AIA never changed it. I'm like, shut the flip up. I'm texting all my buddies. Did you know you can call timeout? I'm going to do it. So
we highlighted it in the book.
I don't know. I just believed them because believing's achieving. And I believe whatever AIA says. They must be right. These refs must be right. You must give them more power. So we call a timeout at a corner kick. Frickin' the coach goes nuts. And I don't blame him. He's like, what the heck's going on? Timeout? I call timeout. I'm writing up the play. The coach is losing his mind. We set up a double dummy play. We do the play. We don't score, but it was fun. And then the coach called a timeout. And I'm like, I'm fine. I got another timeout thanks to him. And then they kept in the second half, we're up like, I don't know, 4 or 5. He kept calling timeouts. And he's like, timeout. He goes, you only get one per half. There's a timeout. He just lost his mind. But I've called, how many of you, comment, have called timeout in a soccer game? I've called 2, legally. Because AIA won't fix it.
That was the best.
They won't fix that, ref.
Was that against O'Connor?
No, it was
in that tournament, though.
It was a bad team, and I felt sorry for him, but it was so fun to do. Ryan, comments?
All right. We have from Elisa Cameron.
I love
Mother
her.
Dear.
She's hot.
Oh.
It's true.
She asked when the rally at AIA is. Let's go.
And we are in this kind of world we're in right now. Like, everyone wants a reason to be upset. Everyone's like, everyone's mad at the NCAA. Oh, the men got all this, and the women, look how much food we got, and they got a lot of food. Stop crying. Save that energy for AIA. Come with me. Use that anger of the NCAA, and let's take it out in AIA because they don't believe in God.
Is there actually a rally, or is she rooting for one to happen?
I don't know. People just want craziness. Ever since like BLM kind of went away, people just want something. So I'm going to give them something.
A reason to burn?
Yeah. Listen, I'm not advocating burning anything down. I am not.
Neither am I.
No, we're not like that. We just want things to change. This is a parody. This is a comedy with a little bit of humor. And
yes. We would never burn anything down. We do not advocate for violence ever.
Never.
Never.
Ever.
Never.
Water damage in my home? Go ahead. I need new floors.
That's Mother Nature.
No, that was a toilet. Because Jack took a dump and flushed it, and then we left for 4 hours. And water was coming through the front door. We have no floors, nothing. Anyways.
Don't. It's true.
I sleep in the living room.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't change things. But other comments.
Patrick Nuss says, from my experience, I feel like there are a lot of refs who have never played the game, so they don't understand the little nuances. Should a playing background be required to ref that sport?
No.
Oh.
What should be required? No, I don't mind. I don't mind official. We do have a shortage because let's be honest about it. Coaches, teams, they lose their forever loving mind, ruining the game for the officials and do stupid things. The coaches out there and parents, from the stands, scream way too much at these officials. I agree, that's a problem. Red card those stands. Get them out of there. I agree with that. But when an official is vindictive and decides, I'm going to give a penalty kick because it seems like fun. I'm going to give a fist bump and show it on video that I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to red card this girl for saying score. Talk to her. Hey, do you know that's, he could easily went to, hey, careful what you say. You can get red card for that. And just be a human. But no, I'm going to punish a girl who, by the way, that was her first card in soccer ever at high school. 4 years. No cards. Except her last breath in soccer. I almost got teary-eyed there. I do feel it. But it's a problem. It's a problem. And the thing is, I don't want to be talking about this. I don't care about winning. I don't like feeling this way, all angered and making rock videos and all that stuff. I don't like feeling this way. I want to be chill. But always someone's there to find me and reel me back to Crazy Dave, and you're welcome. Next question.
Yeah, they're like ongoing.
Bring it.
Gilberto Gomez wants to piggyback on Abraham's comment on the AIA hiring any ref. For girls' high school soccer, I've had ref wearing football referee jerseys and no idea how the game works at all.
It's very bad Central and West Valley. East Valley is actually pretty good. So the question is, who's assigning referees? Who's the West Valley assigner? Who are you? I haven't even looked you up. I'm going to. Are you lazy at your job? And I get there's people in AIA. Dan Klein. I like Dan Klein. He actually sent a message to Keatley saying, you're awesome. Just kidding. Something else. But Dan Klein says in an AIA meeting, because I do this for free. I don't care. I don't care if you do it for free.
So do a lot of coaches in the state of Arizona.
Just do it. If you're going to take the job, do the job right. Don't use that as your scapegoat of
excuse for failure.
Yeah, excuse for failure. Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, Ryan.
Literal Ryan. She's a literal. No, not literal. What are your literary?
Oh,
literary.
She's very wordy. She's a very great writer. And I'm excited about the rock video that you're going to finalize. So the video in this video, our rock video in the beginning, it's going to be formatted because I didn't give Ryan a chance because I felt like she ran out of time. So I went and steamrolled her, but she's going to put the official video out shortly. Well, hopefully by next week. Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be legit.
Probably by tomorrow.
You see that? Too legit to
The
quit.
day after tomorrow.
Okay, next question.
All right. Abe was just letting you guys know that he can see the referee feedbacks, and it's supposed to help you guys help them understand how coaches think. So they do see that.
Yeah. Well,
Help you run the world.
here's the thing. And a lot of referees know this from me recently. Last 2 years, I don't say anything. And even when Anne-Marie got knocked out, I went over there and I just, I don't even know what's going on. I feel weird, and I'm just going to go away. I was chill. And I thought, I'm like, I did a great job. He even came over and later, I guess he peeled out of the parking lot, peels back in, and came to us. I'm like, I'm putting my, that's why I recorded the conversation. I thought he was going to come stab me with his flag or something. I didn't know. And he comes back and takes it away. So I'm like, oh, we're good. Thank gosh I stayed calm. I kept saying that. See, stay calm. Good things happen. No, they don't. No, they don't. Because AIA has horrible policy. You need to take a more active approach. And I get what they're going to say. Well, you do. Oh, okay. Do you want me to organize it for you? Do you want me to, if it's going to help fix a game, organize it where we can actually have a separate committee that can be on call, especially during playoffs, to make sure it's right. Make sure it's right. But you got to get rid of taunting. I mean, back to what Abe was saying. In the West Valley, we get officials that never ref before, and they don't get hired in club. They just come out and do their 3 months of the year kind of thing. And, you know, and we didn't have fans this year, and they were like very like angry. You know, it's just not good. And there needs to be a change. And if we're going to get random referees that never played the game and never ref the game, they're just thrown into AIA, don't give them more power. Don't give them more things to think about. Don't do it. Next question or comment.
Carlos Flores says, we just had a parent go nuts on a kid that celebrated scoring a goal. She even stepped on the field, and the ref gave this kid a yellow card instead of telling the mom to get off the field. And yeah, that was me misreading. Carlos wrote it right.
Oh. It's
Wait, so the mom got carded?
yeah.
Oh, wait, no. The kid got a yellow card
The kid got a yellow. Okay.
instead of telling the mom to get off the field. So the kid got a yellow card because
the mom
went crazy.
Here's
Gotcha.
Here's the thing. We can't control every call. There's horrible calls, and if I had a diary, I mean, it'd be like 10,000 pages of I cannot believe it. I get it. But in AIA, there needs to be a process to fix ones that are completely wrong. Or at least tell the referee, say, hey, if you screwed up and you think it needs to be changed, just let us know. Just give some out, but they can't because of what we learned in science earlier in the episode. It's called anchoring. It's called a brain shift. And it's all studies in Stanford. There's studies about human behavior all the time. We're all stupid. I'm stupid. I do not do smart things ever. I'm just stupid. I want to correct myself when I do stupid things. That's the way we need to be versus trying to shield us from, well, that's whatever they say, whatever they do is correct. And we're going to stick by them. Even though they crucified God, you point up, you're done. How do you defend that? What if they pointed down to Lucifer, like I said earlier, you know, and you support Lucifer? I support everyone's belief. Can we just stop? Can we at least fix it? Is there no other way? The only way is what AIA says. We're never going to We're never gonna go back and take away a judgment call by official because they are holier than thou. They are godlike. They're prophetic. They're special. What else we got, Ryan?
Cindy Smith McLaughlin.
She did comment.
Mommy.
She did comment.
What's up, Mommy?
She said, tell your dad I'm by his side and if he needs anything, he has never made me cry.
She's so mad at that last
I
episode.
have made you cry, Cindy. Well, you made yourself cry because you didn't like the situation. You cried on behalf of your daughter who you thought was being hurt, even though she was being saved and you had no idea. But I'm prophetic. I'm godly. I predicted the future. which made you cry because you couldn't see the future. You're like AIA. You just don't understand. Just kidding.
Are you
I
trying to
just
make
called
her
my
cry?
mom AIA.
Nah, yeah,
You've been
that
bad mouthing the whole video.
that was horrible.
By the way, just
I,
like you.
you know what? We have to stop right now. I am sorry, Cindy. I wanna go live, which I am live, and let you know, Cindy McLaughlin, I am so sorry that I called you or referenced you to AIA. I mean that. I am sorry. I didn't call you a dirty prostitute or anything like that. I called you.
She's
You
probably
took a step
laughing so
further.
hard right
I called you AI. That is low, and I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Next comment.
Also from Cindy, parents yelling is a problem.
It is. No, they're nuts. And I get it. And it, and I just want to be chill. I mean, at Millennium, the parents, when they're allowed in, they're doing more coaching than I am. And I'm like, I'm like, do that realize I'm shutting up for a reason? Because I can coach. I can say lots of things. That's easy to do.
Joystick.
Parents, try not to say anything. See what happens. And just write down your emotions. Pen and pencil will be broken. Be like, you should kick the ball further. So it's not easy. The hardest coaching is saying nothing. It's the hardest. It'll make you sick to your stomach. Eventually, you'll figure it out, and you'll just take Rolaids or Tums or something. Is there any more comments?
Yes. I'm going to burn through. I'm skipping a few just real quick to get to Cindy's response to all of this.
Okay.
She said, lol. So she is laughing. Thank goodness. She loves you.
Awesome.
And you were a jerk 10 years ago.
I was. I'm still a jerk today. I'm just trying to be less of a jerk. It's not easy being a human. It's so difficult trying to survive this world and do the right thing at all times. It's nearly impossible. That's why I try to go to church on Sundays to kind of like reflect. I'm like, I need to be less evil. And then I leave church and I become evil right away. It's hard. It's not easy to live on this earth. So since we're all evil, stop giving evil power. It's never a good thing. AIA is too powerful. They control too much. Sorry.
Okay. Real quick, I want to clarify that it's possible that Cindy was talking to Keatley because she said, I love you. And then he was a jerk 10 years ago. So that might not have been for you. Very sorry about that.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
it
that
is
was for me.
him.
That was
It
for
was for
me.
you?
It is for
Okay.
him. It is for
In
him.
any case, Abraham says the West Side assigner is the same person who assigns football.
Oh, you kidding me?
I don't know what that means.
West Valley assigner in the West Valley. You're bad at your job.
That was fantastic.
It's simple. You're bad at your job. Not good. Keely hasn't said anything. I'm saying you're bad at your job. I don't know your name. I don't know anything about you. I just know you suck at your job because we keep getting the same referees. I mean, we had one game where it was a parent who was on the sideline, who I coached his daughters, who doesn't like me, but even if he did, shouldn't be on the sideline. And the center referee was the fist bump guy that red carded Anne-Marie, who his daughters went to Alfrea, and whatever. Why do we have parents? And I get it. 10 years ago, all these parents hate me because I was a jerk. But now, girls I'm around right now are getting punished because I'm an idiot. 10 years ago, that's just mean. I don't know.
All right. Real quick from Cindy and then back to Matt Cameron, my uncle.
Maddie.
Uncle Matt. She does love you. And no, she loves you. Just
Awesome. It's good to
Just
be
so you know.
loved
all right. And
and hated.
Uncle Matt says
Keeps you on your toes.
Oh, okay. Are
Matt Cameron.
are you worried that the refs are going to take it out on your team since you're attacking them?
They already do it, Matthew. Wayne.
Matthew.
Cameron. They already do it. So Matt Cameron won a state title at Shadow Mountain High School. And he sucks at soccer. So my brother, or Matt, younger brother, he sucks at soccer. He started for Shadow Mountain High School and beat Brophy in the state final.
I guess Brophy must really suck then, huh?
No, Brophy was good. No, Sean Mountain had Sean McDonald, who played 10 plus years in the NFL, who should have played soccer, which he would have went to the Premier League. That guy was legit. But when you have a Sean McDonald on your team who runs a 4.2 40, who's technical, who would have made $30 million a year in soccer, chose football, 5'8", 10 years in the NFL. You got to be fast if you're that short. Anyways, yeah, he won a state title, not me. He did.
Matt did.
Matt did. The one
Matt
that
did.
sucks.
Okay.
Well,
And
I was better than all my brothers, then Robert, then Matt, and then Craig, who never played, so we don't know. That's why Craig gets fourth. Anyways.
That's like, why doesn't Craig get first?
Well,
What if he
Craig's
was better than
smarter.
you?
He actually studied computers and makes money. So,
Oh, there we
anyways,
go.
next question.
all right, from Denise. Fans scream at baseball umpires all the time. They deal with it to a point.
Matt still has his ring, too. Congrats. I don't even have a wedding ring. I have nothing. I'm married, though. Anyways. All right. What time is it? It's getting late.
It's 8:09.
All right, we're past our hour. But
right.
what are the...
Let's
What was the
burn-
question?
Let's burn through the last few. That one was more of a comment from
Oh, okay.
Denise. She just said that fans scream at the baseball umpires all the time, dealing with it, ... to a point.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
people are horrible.
People are
for the
horrible.
same, yeah. Also from Denise, she says, as a parent, it helped that she knew nothing about soccer because then she can't really say anything. I can relate with that.
Yeah.
I can't even let myself get mad because I don't know what's going on.
Neither do our
Well,
refs.
as you're finding the next comment,
I can be a ref.
a reminder, 3v3 Rock and Roll's coming up. Sign up for the tournament. You can sign up online. You don't have to pay yet. Just sign up, and then we'll collect fees later. And you can donate it straight to the foundation. You can we'll accept credit card, check, cash, all that stuff. But we are trying to raise a lot of money for Dreamers. Dreamers Undocumented at Phoenix College. So if you don't support Phoenix College, but you support Dreamers and Undocumented, come play in our tournament. Don't play in the other 3v3 tournaments because that'd be stupid because you're just rewarding AIA people to, pad their pockets. Just kidding. But there's competition against my 3v3 tournament, and we will beat them.
I'll be at
because
your 3v3 tournament.
see, Kaylee's going to be there. No, well, it's the 14th year. I've always, every time I've done it, I've had between 70 to 150 teams because of the cause and what we're doing for it. It does make a change, and it does go straight to those kids that need help until policy is changed. Bad policy hurts people, right? AIA, bad policy. The government screwing the DACA kids of our country because it's bad policy. AIA, you do stupid things too. All the time. You have bad policy, fix it so people don't have to suffer. You feel me? I'm kind of getting my whole dreamer thing going on right now where it gets me really angry. But we find a way. We fundraise. 3v3. Support it. 3v3 Rock and Roll. Support it. Year 14 I've run this tournament. So it's going to be legit. And we have new goals. Alpha goals. Medal. It's going to be legit. Come join our tournament. That was a big promotion for my tournament. Next question.
Here's a big comment from Gilberto. I can
AIA.
say it and I can't say it. AIA is meant to be student-athlete focused, but is obviously a business-oriented.
Yep.
They have too much power in parents. Coaches and athletes have no say. They only care for the sports that bring them money, which is football. That's why they had no problem playing football during COVID. Accurate. But soccer and winter sports don't bring enough money. It was easy to cancel until it brought negative press on the media. They were forced to reconsider. Braden shift.
Yeah. So I disagree a little bit. I think AIA soccer brings a ton of money for AIA. It brings a ton. And what they do is take that money. I mean, from all the officials paying into it, all the gate receipts and stuff, they get it. And they take that money and they move it. Of course, I don't proof in this. I would like to probably look in their tax receipts or whatever, and move it to be part of bigger things. Like, oh, we want to get. I mean, you're telling me 1A basketball at the freaking
ASU.
ASU. They've had it at where the Suns play. I don't know what they call it, America West when I played there.
Well,
But
that's fine and
US
all that
Airways.
they're bringing in more money, but it doesn't mean that the other teams should be completely canceled for like the same reason. Also, they're not getting to play. Like the bands aren't getting to play because they don't bring in enough money. That's pretty jacked up.
Yeah, but it's not money. That's what GCU isn't charging. They're not charging. They can have the stadium. They would have it, but they won't have a conversation. But they'll have a conversation with an ex-coach who's not there. They won't talk to the real coach. I mean, I gave them the information. When Shells came in, she was like, hey, I want to meet with AIA. Let's make it work. Let's get people in our stadium that's soccer related. They would not make the phone call. So is it money? No. It's laziness, and they don't care about soccer because they only care about is the bigwigs they meet at ASU. They love being at the ASU floor. They love it. That's why they have volleyball there too. They have all these other sports in there. I'm sure badminton's at ASU too. They love being at ASU football field. They love it. They feel good. They put their cowboy boots on and they're like with their, I've seen it with the buckle, with their hat and everything. Look like cowboys. Nothing wrong with cowboys. I like cowboys. But they're like, look at us. We're on the field. We're important. That's what they care. They care about the importance of a soccer field. They don't care. That's why we're playing at east-west fields looking at the sun. They don't care. They don't care. We are just a problem. They don't like it. That's why they fight with club nonstop. It's because of soccer. Fact check. We need one of those.
I think that'd be copyright. But we have one last comment, unless another one comes up during one of your rants. Question from Abraham. Do you believe high school referees should take a test or an exam about the rules and a physical test to be able to be a ref, just like state soccer referee requires?
I say no because AIA would charge $25 and make more money on soccer. I don't like that. We do need competent officials. Yes, it would be good to verify if they know what they're doing. But the problem is you have a West Valley assigner who's so freaking lazy to even network to get more referees because he's focused on football, to lose more refs because they don't want to take this test or whatever. But it doesn't matter how smart they are. If they pass a test, they don't care. They'll still sign them and they'll support them. Their judgment's good, even though their judgment is effed up, screwed up. They don't care. They don't care. Prove me wrong, AIA. Comment if you think AI cares and loves you. Please comment. Preferably on our YouTube channel. That's where we want you guys all to be. YouTube. Just search Coach Cameron Soccer. You'll find me, or Coach Cameron Podcast. You'll find me. And subscribe, which would be amazing. And I'll give you great content every Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
That was our last question.
Shut the front door. We are done. So I feel good about the show, and I feel good about where it's heading. And we are getting better equipment. We are trying to do greater things. I appreciate you, Ryan, and all the stress I give you. And you are an amazing person. You are very important to this podcast. Please don't leave us ever. And we'll be good to go. But this is where the podcast is kind of going. And we're learning. We're trying to get better content, better information. If you want me to talk about anything that matters to you, let me know. If you want to be part of the show, let me know. Got to donate $25 to the Dreamer Foundation of MCCD. That'd be great.
Yeah, and Abraham, hit us up. We'll have you on.
Yes, we will. Referee uniform only. Bring your red and yellow card, and we'll red and yellow card each other all day. And Keatley, thank you so much for coming back on. You can come every Sunday.
Thanks for having me.
As I don't have guests. And what club are you with now?
Arizona FC, soon to be RSL West Valley.
Okay, so RSL West Valley. Keatley's the director of coaching in Surprise, right? Surprise base. Where do you guys practice?
We're at Caliber Academy right now. We have a few fields at Gateway as well and El Mirage, but mostly based out of Surprise.
Are you guys, when's tryouts and stuff? Have you guys set that up yet?
We do. So the youngers are going to be around the week of April 25th. Okay. And then the olders will be around May 3rd. And
what ages are you guys dealing with?
All of them.
All of them?
So we have youngers. Our youngest team right now is the 2013s. We're working on a 2014 team. So if you have any 2014s, let me know.
What's 2014? Is that like
2014? So
was that 8? Oh,
no,
6.
It's younger. That's 6.
6.
Yeah.
6 years old. You can play for RSL Surprise, or what are you guys going to call it?
RSL West Valley.
RSL West Valley. West Valley. I got a great assigner for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. He's an assigner in the West Valley for AIA. He signs football, but he's willing to sign you too.
Oh, I think I'm going to pass on that one.
But his
He sounds great. Great.
He'll sign you referees that do fist bumps, and give
Oh my God, I
Helen
love
kicks.
that in a Cover Deer.
Yeah.
I love that. every day.
Yeah. So, yeah. And Lisa says, we love Keely. Right? Yeah, we love Keely.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah. So that's Keely McLaughlin, IT Ryan, and Coach Cameron.
I'm not showing my face.
She got like an infection.
Yeah, I put on makeup for the video because that camera's super high definition and it made my hands look really gross the same day. So long story short, I put on makeup and I had an allergic reaction to it and we're recovering slowly but surely.
Was that because of the band or whatever song we did? Wait, AIA Fooey. And be sure to watch this again and comment again if you can, because it helps us, with algorithms and all that stuff.
And comment if you think it should be called Ref Fooey.
No, AIA Fooey.
It's not the same.
I don't want to attack refs. Well, but we say AIA Fooey.
Ref Fooey.
Either or.
Comment.
Great. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.